may income generating to, di ba?
Opo, sir.
So, cash flow positive siya o negative? Or break even lang?
Break even lang.
So, nakakakolect na tayo ng 45 million.
I know, sir.
45 million is the operating o the OPEX, di ba?
Yes,
The operating expense.
Opo. Way low po. Kasi ang estimate lang po natin ay nasa 10M. Maximum po yun. And it's only bigger for these past 2 years because we have a regular renter which is the Cultural Center of the Philippines.
Okay.
Otherwise, pag
Wala sila, wala
paggawa
talaga.
ng building nila, siguro nasa mga 3 million lang po yung
But technically,
rent
one
na.
pocket to the other pocket kasi lalapit sila dito ng regular budget eh. Di ba? But, so in other words, it's negative 35 million.
Basically, sir.
Well,
Yes.
ano lang, out of just to enlighten us. And then, is there any plans how to make it at least break even in terms of kaya ba?
And for the meantime also, sir, kung may mga palabas ang NCCA, hindi rin po income generating because we cannot sell tickets.
Yeah. So
That's why it's basically for grant. And if there are partnerships, like for example with the NHCP for the Independence Day concert or to happy po kami, sharing po with the agency's partnership with the
so it's really more for the promotion of culture.
arts and
Arts and culture. All right. Thank you.
Or siguro just to add on sa query ni Senator Gatchalian, we're reviewing again all the grants processes, particularly sa accreditation, who we should really bring in as grantees. At the same time, we're looking at the performance of our grantees. Kasi may mga return grantees naman talaga. Some grantees are really good at liquidation. Some first-timers are gone. No, so what we're thinking is really yung we're looking at now, it's try to categorize really good grantees.
Yeah.
No, na may para may AAA din siya, may AA.
Okay.
No, and from there we will know.
Okay, Eric.
We prioritize them how much.
Before I walked out for a while, that we have difficulty. You're not the only agency, ganyan din sa iba. Simple. Because it's government funds. If they do not know how to liquidate, if they refuse to liquidate, or if they are slow in liquidating, they're not qualified. Then sorry, even if you are gifted, even if you need help, but you refuse to follow our rules, then you ask from the private sector, not from government. Because we are accountable. You will be accountable. The next year, you will give us the same reason. Kasi mabagal sila. We will not accept that. So that's why you are cut by DBM, from what I understand, because of your slow, not very slow, it's 88%, but I heard the 69% utilization. Oo. Huh? What?
Madam Chair, 88% po.
88%. That's not slow. That's actually high. Yes. But because the reason you gave was the grantees. As much as we want to help everybody, even if they're in need, but if they don't comply, I'm sorry, there are rules. Ganun lang. We have to have fiscal discipline. But do not worry, whatever was not granted by DBM in the NEP, assuming these are law-based, we will fund. We will amend with the permission of the chair. I will make it my individual amendment because I cannot imagine an NCCA without cultural mapping, without Gamaba, without national artists, without schools of living tradition, without, well, there's NAMSIA already. Okay, but then we make it a rule for every government agency, not just NCCA. If you're a grants agency, people have to comply. Kung ayaw nila mag-liquidate, blacklist. Whether it's flood control by the hundreds of millions or a few hundreds, thousands, or millions, it's the same concept, right? But I'm sure sagot ko lahat ng ancient to, wala ditong ghost or substandard. Mabagal lang talaga yung mga binibigyan. So, maybe we should also have a capacity building for programs who need help but don't know how to comply with rules. Either we build capacity by teaching them, and then we simplify the rules while complying with COA rules and regulations and DBM, then we speed up the process. Then we empower them, mas may alam na sila. Diba? We don't leave them there forever not knowing how to comply. Sayang naman, we help them. But then in the meantime, they don't know and they don't want to comply. I'm sorry. We only choose those who are willing to go by our rules. Thank you.
I was asking for an example, just to give me some idea. Ano ba yung binibigay natin na grant na tapos hindi naliliquidate?
Anyway, the secretariat, the Bacoor were kind of choosy and quite a bit worried in giving. But anyway, this is one example. We have a long list nga.
Yeah.
But this is one example that we have. Our School for Living Tradition in Kalinga po.
Mm.
So, yan, a difficulty really of being able to comply.
NGO yun.
Yes po.
And then what is the grant, the objective of the grant?
The objective of the grant for the School for Living Tradition to be able to build up a structure to house the training. So the Schools for Living Tradition is a program that was actually supported by Madam Chair to be able to transfer the knowledge and skills of the masters of the community to the younger
new
generation
generation.
as a way of safeguarding and continuing a particular tradition that is that signifies an important dimension or element of the culture of that particular community. So as we go along, we include already building structures po, ma'am, kasi dati they just do the training in the house of the masters or any place that is available.
Pero bang structure ang SLT?
Mayroon na po, ma'am. Mayroon na po, ma'am. So
So ano yan? How much is the grant in that case?
for the structure po, it's only 150.
And then dapat mag-submit sila ng resibo, ng semento,
Yes.
submit sila ng cost ng labor, submit sila ng bill of quantities.
Po, mga
Indigenous people yan, paano
yun naman po yung aming mga naging problem. So, so nangyayari po, mag-stop po yung program dahil po and yet na po siya, naka-allocate.
But meron kayo parang, ito suggestion lang, Madam Chair, maybe a financial literacy type of, para yung mga grantees, before they get grants, they would be trained how to
Ma'am,
liquidate. Don't get me wrong, ako nadaan ako nung mayor ako, mahirap talaga, mahirap. But we need to fulfill it or else it will be hanging in your books.
actually po, Madam Chair, Senator Gatchalian, we're really doing that. In fact, we are conducting, tawag namin po roadshow. It's really a way to explain the content of the Memorandum of Agreement, how to comply with them, the set of requirements that we have checklist po for a particular expense, kung ano po yung kaakibat po na requirements. We have that as well. So, siguro po mahirap lang talaga po intindihin. Pagdating na po dun sa actual implementation, opo, so, while we have this, at the end of the project, nandun pa rin po yung hirap ng documentation.
Okay. I agree with the chair. Let us embed and mainstream financial literacy in all our grants programs. So, part na yon ng training. So, hindi lang natin perpetuate. We are not just perpetuating the culture of that specific group, but we are also teaching them financial literacy. Let's embed that. Hindi yan new program ng NCCA. Hindi. Isama na nyo doon. So, ilista nyo lahat ng ayaw mag-liquidate, lahat na ayaw sumunod, or hindi lang marunong, turuan nyo. At bigyan nyo lang ng deadline. Kung ayaw, di tapusin lang yon, hindi na sila maulit. Pero kailangan akayin. Kasi sa kultura o sa layo ng lugar o hindi naturuan.
Chair, in all fairness naman to
Yeah.
all of these partners that we have at the grounds, I would not like to say that it is they don't like. It's really more of the challenge and the difficulty of providing the documentation that is appropriate to what we are requiring.
Baka naman unreasonable tayo sa gobyerno. Kasi imagine ito mga 150,000 nasa Cordillera. Ang mga hinihingi natin, baka naman hindi tayo reasonable. O, example, paano ka ba mag-liquid? Baka hanggang sa mga barangay namin sa Malabon at saka sa Valenzuela, hindi rin kaya. Ano ba ang hinihingi nyo?
I think
Ano?
COA yan eh.
Oo.
COA, di ba?
Pero COA yan, hindi pwedeng hindi sumunod. O sige,
Well,
sagot na lang nyo yung financial literacy program. Siguro si Rene Talavera na siguro kilala mo yung Kalinga na SLP, yung example nila, Ichu. Anong kinahihirapan nila mag-liquidate? Para din maintindihan namin. Can you explain? Yes, upo ka lang dito, katabi ni Mr. Jose. Oo.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning po sa lahat. Opo. Yung SLT Kalinga, in particular, was able to, is an active SLT. Nagkaroon lang po sila ng concern from NGO to LGU, hindi sila na-endorse during that time kasi syempre may mga dynamics and then bumalik sila sa NGO. Ang concern po pag sa mga remote areas, halimbawa, kabayo yung sasakyan, habal-habal, may mga tawag sila. So, wala silang receipt. So, we have to help them. Pero po, doon po sila...
Mali tayo dyan, humihingi tayong official receipt. Alam ko yan. Sa Antique, habal-habal lang sakay namin. Oo, kung tatawid ang ilog, o may kariton, kabayo, o paano naman official receipt?
Yung mga
Hindi naman
basic
reasonable
lang.
yun.
Pero ma'am, meron kaming, ang una dyan, meron tayong social preparation, capacity building for the team. Tinuturuan sila paano mag-spend, mag-liquidate. So, meron silang process na dinadaanan. However, halimbawa, tag-ulan sa kanila, may landslide. So, lahat ng yun, mga delay. So, hindi po ideal na in 1 year natatapos ang isang project. And then, dapat po bago mag-start, may learning guide development. Kasi kung mawala na po yung mga masters nila, may iwan at least documented. So, slow po yun. So, nagre-request naman po sila ng extension ng project implementation. Though, nagiging slow kasi ang idea po natin, in 1 year dapat tapos ang project. Hindi po pala yun yung reality sa mountains at saka sa remote areas. So, lalo na po halimbawa, may nangyari sa family member, buong community po hindi gagalaw for that. So, ganun po yung mga delays. So, sa lahat po ng mga SLTs, maayos po yung aking mga Indigenous Peoples Organization. Ang kailangan lang po matulungan ng LGU to endorse na existing itong mga SLTs and then matulungan din po ng other government agencies dahil may iba pong assistance na hindi po nanggagaling sa NCCA like endorsement na existing itong organization na to. So dapat po may interagency collaboration din para hindi lang po NCCA yung tumutulong sa kanila. So we have, meron tayong MOU with National Youth Commission, NCIP, isa pang organization, Cooperative Development Authority, para po pagkatapos ng ating support, kaya na nilang tumayo sa sarili nilang, kaya na nilang maging sustainable yung kanilang SLT. Hindi naman po kaya din lahat ng NCCA kasi partial lang din po yung nabibigay natin sa kanila.
Understood. Example, Mr. Chair. Long ago, maybe second or third term ko, may lumapit sa akin na batang Ifugao na ngayon ay master weaver na, ang ngalan niya ay si Same Bule. Mula nung 10-15 years ago na lumapit siya, mag-ina sa akin, naiiyak na dahil yung kanilang hanap buhay at artistry na alam na natural dye sa Ifugao ay mamamatay dahil kinukumpiska ng isang ahensya ng gobyerno at the time, PTRI, under DOST, ang kanilang VAT, kung saan naghahalo ng dye sa Hingyon, Ifugao, kada hindi nila kayang bayaran yung 70,000 na grant, utang grant sa kanila.